Hi, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. So, I thought I would show you just sort of some of the progress that I made on my simple setup on my interior greenhouse. So, I've set up a simple shelving unit that is great for greenhouse use. So, what I did today was I actually potted some cute little radishes. Okay, so that's one of the things that I wanted to say. Okay, so like, be adventurous in your growing. If you're going to go to all the trouble of setting yourself up with a super great greenhouse system, whether it's interior, exterior, whether you have someone design it for you and put it up, or whether you design it yourself, however you see it, be adventurous with what you grow. So I'll just give you an example of what I mean, and I will take you with me. And you'll get to see, of course, my plants. So now what I've done here, those are my beanie buddies. Okay, so those are my beans, and I've got the little sprouts already set up on string. So I'm going to be training them to grow. And this is important to do with limited growing space. So then here I have some peas, and then I have some asparagus that I started. And up here are some beets. They're very little, but they're getting there. And then I've got tomatoes, carrots, and green peppers starting here, as well as my watermelon. And yes, you heard that correctly. So over here we have strawberries, which will be coming up. And then here are a couple more beet plantlets that are just coming up. So then we will put our radishes right here. And of course, that's the simple setup as it is. So I also have some cantaloupe and some yellow beans that I'm germinating, the seeds. And yeah, so that is my thing. So the yellow watermelon that I am currently germinating at the moment and waiting for little sproutlets to come out, I believe it takes 7 to 14 days, if I read the package correctly. I've never had a yellow watermelon before, okay? So when I seen the packages in the store, I thought, hey, why not? So, and here's the funny thing about that. So I go into Canadian Tire and I pick up some Veggie Super Grow Canadian brand soil, which I used in the pots for the radishes and a few other things, you know, because I had run low on my other soil. So yeah, and then I went and got this super grow soil for veggies, which I think is actually working fantastic, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, so I really liked it, and I seen the watermelon seeds, the yellow watermelon seeds, and I thought, wow, that's really cool because I've never had a yellow watermelon. I mean, they were the regular ones there too, but I thought, you know what, I want to try something different, right? So I brought them home and I'm getting them going, and I thought to myself, I wonder where you would get a yellow watermelon from, right? You know, like, so I get online and I'm looking, and here's the funny part about that, okay? So yellow watermelon is like $15 a melon, because apparently they're like rare or something, like nobody really grows them, or it's a lot of work to grow or whatever. But I thought, wow, that's kind of funny because I'm going to grow them, and regardless of what it takes me, I mean, sometimes vegetables will grow very, very easily, and sometimes you got to learn a few tricks, and hey, that's half the fun of what we're doing here with the growing. So I figured, you know, it's going to be really cool because I'm going to get to try this yellow watermelon, and I'm going to have, you know, an abundance of it. I'm going to have, like, because I planted more than just one thing. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to what that's going to be like, and so that's exciting to me. Also, one of the great things I find about having an interior greenhouse or being able to grow my own vegetation, okay, is the excitement of knowing that it doesn't matter what produce costs in the grocery store. Like, seriously, asparagus is something like $6.99 in Canada right now for a very little bundle, and it's not worth it at all. So I'm growing my own asparagus. The seeds were $2.49 for the seeds, and yeah, so I'm gonna grow my own. It takes time, it takes patience. Absolutely, I get that. But when I have those crops available to me, I'm not spending that money in the grocery store. right? A part of my journey is also to minimize. So not only is it really awesome that I have my own food source, but then it also gives me the ability to, say, for example, afford more meat for my husband. I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. So for me, the vegetables are like amazing, spot on what I need. Okay. I know him. He's a meat eater. He's going to want steak. He's going to want chicken. He's going to want pork. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, by all means, right? Meat bothers my stomach. That's why I can't eat it. So that's why I don't. But for him, he's a huge meat eater. And I see the prices. I think we all do, right? So allowing him to take what we might have spent on produce and put that towards, the protein that he wants so that he can actually afford it at that point is super, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's monumental in my world anyway. So yeah, it's things like that I'm doing that are I'm trying to offset some crazy pricing out there. That's what I'm doing. So I'm sure everybody's on their own journey that way, but yeah, keep following along with the greenhouse. This week there's going to be additional light setup. There's going to be additional transplanting happening with this setup. So again, you will get to see it change probably around Wednesday. This whole setup will then change again. And yeah, so stay tuned and keep checking it out. And if you're in the Winnipeg area and you want either an internal or an external, a fully self-sustained greenhouse, whatever it is, that's what I do here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I build and design greenhouses for the Green Thumb and to help with food sustainability. And I'm local and I buy local, and everything about my part of the business is definitely local. So none of the solar panels, none of the tubing, none of the equipment, period, that I use comes from the US. Everything actually mostly comes from Canada. I think I have a couple of pieces that actually come out of like Japan. So, yeah, I'm definitely locally owned and sourced in everything that I have. So, I'm proud to say that. So yeah, if you're looking for your own greenhouse setup, don't be afraid to reach out. And until next time, everybody, keep up with my growing journey. And this is Garden Gab as always. Peace.